What is going on, guys? It's Unlock5 and welcome back to another video. It's that time of year again where we talk about the next or upcoming Call of Duty game being on the Nintendo Switch. Now, I understand that these videos get, some special attention, to say the least. So before we get into it, just give me 10 seconds to ask you to go down in the description below, check out some of my other videos, and also check out my Twitch channel. That'll also be in the description down below. Without further ado, let's get into it. So we all know that Nintendo Switch is pretty underpowered, sort of incapable when it comes to running very high demanding games such as what Call of Duty is turned into. We've never seen a Call of Duty game on the Nintendo Switch, and obviously the Switch is going up and up and up, and sales just skyrocketing. Why wouldn't you put a Call of Duty game on the Switch unless you really couldn't? You know what I'm saying? So basically, in my last video with Call of Duty Cold War, I basically predicted that it was not going to be coming out for the Nintendo Switch, and the same for Call of Duty 2019. I've just lost hope, not only in the Call of Duty games coming out for the Nintendo Switch, but for the Call of Duty franchise in general. It's just turned to complete trash ever since Modern Warfare. Since World War II, just like Infinite Warfare was redeemable. All right. This won't be a subjective video. All right, I'm sorry. Like I said, basically, I think it was Black Ops 4 where it was the absolute last time that I had complete faith in there being a Call of Duty game coming out for the Switch. And I even made an entirely separate video detailing why I think Call of Duty will never come out on the Nintendo Switch. And I still stand by that. But wait, what if it doesn't come out on the Nintendo Switch? There has been this explosive rumor floating around the internet that a Nintendo Switch Pro is yet to be released, soon to be released rather. And I was like, interesting, a Nintendo Switch Pro. This is not like just a rumor, right? Actual companies, actual businesses like Bloomberg, like Eurogamer, and on top of that, a lot of leakers and data miners. Everybody has said that a Nintendo Switch Pro is in production, and obviously it hasn't been announced yet. A lot of the rumors said that it was going to be officially announced by Nintendo before E3, and it's a day before E3. I'm probably going to drop this video on E3 for timing purposes, but when I recorded this here in this kitchen table, it was a day before E3, okay? But like I was saying, the Nintendo Switch Pro still hasn't been announced yet, Does that mean it's gonna be announced at E3? Probably not, but shortly afterwards, possibly, maybe in the upcoming months, possibly, probably, the upcoming weeks, maybe even, I don't know. That's the point. I don't know. But the point is that if it's pretty much confirmed by everybody that this Nintendo Switch Pro is entering mass production, it's probably going to be coming soon. But guess what else hasn't been announced yet? Call of Duty 2021. Apparently, Call of Duty Vanguard. Now, personally, I think it's going to be announced at E3, but we'll get into that in a bit. Call of Duty 2020, I don't even want to call it. Your computer needs to restart. Shut up. Call of Duty 2020, it was just a letdown. The development cycle of one Call of Duty per year really got put to the test, put into question after the pandemic struck in early 2020. And I really think that the result that we got for Call of Duty 2020 really showed how much the pandemic really affected the development cycle, because Call of Duty Cold War, you can look at my other videos if you want to hear my opinion about it. It's horrendous. Anyways, again, this is not subjective, my bad. But my point to you is that Call of Duty 2021, Call of Duty Vanguard, whatever it's going to be called, we still haven't heard a thing about it. And it makes sense because pandemic, you know, the other game was pushed back a little bit. I mean, it was like 2 years in development instead of the full 3. So, I mean, obviously some cutbacks had to be made, and that, you know, just led to the product being terrible. But I mean, it's just not so far off to think that for the same reason that Call of Duty 2020 was rushed, is the same reason that Call of Duty 2021 hasn't been announced yet. And will it be announced at E3? Maybe, I think so. But it might also not be announced at E3. So we're just gonna have to see about it. But it might be all in good and ready and whatnot, you know? Maybe, because I mean, a lot of leakers have confirmed, they can't confirm, but a lot of leakers have stated that Call of Duty 2021 is going to be its own game. You know, it's not going to be a remaster. It's not going to be like Modern Warfare 2 remaster, Black Ops 1 remastered. You know, it's going to be its actual own game. So that's very, very, very interesting, to say the least, that we're actually going to get a full-fledged Call of Duty in 2021. You have these 2 items that have not yet been released. And Call of Duty 2021, we know it's going to be, we know what consoles it's going to come out for. We know that it's going to come out for the PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, because PlayStation 5 hasn't sold enough to, you know, sort of divert itself from the PlayStation 4 user base. Same exact thing with the Series X and the Xbox One. So we know that's at least 4 consoles that it's going to come out for. And so the only console that it is not confirmed for is the console that was supposed to be announced a little while ago. Are they holding out for each other? I don't know. It's a possibility. It's a possibility that Call of Duty 2021 is waiting to be revealed alongside the Nintendo Switch Pro. Maybe. I mean, Nintendo has an incentive to do that. Call of Duty, not I mean, I heard that they were faking their sales with the game. Yeah, I think they are either that or they tied Warzone into it. So maybe Activision does have incentive to do that. Also, this is going to be, if this thing comes into fruition, I'm not at all saying that it is or isn't. If it does, it will be their first Call of Duty on Nintendo since 2013 would go. Yeah, 2013. So literally 8 years. Let's say that the Nintendo Switch Pro is a thing, right? And we know about it. And we also know about Call of Duty Vanguard, right? 2021. Like with any other Call of Duty, with the case of like 2020, 2019, Modern Warfare, Black Ops 4, you know, we have the console, right? And then by now we would have gotten at least like some sort of teaser, some sort of confirmation from Activision on what the new game's going to be. So let's pretend that this year is like any other year, which it isn't, which excites me. But let's say that it's like any other year. We have the Switch Pro. The new Call of Duty game is going to be released, set to release later this year. Will it be able to run on the Nintendo Switch Pro? We all know that the Nintendo Switch can't handle Call of Duties, but the Nintendo Switch Pro, what's different about it is that it's going to have an OLED display, an organic light emitting diode, and what it does is it basically imitates the output of 4K. It's not native 4K, right? It's not like the Xbox Series X. It's not like the PS5. It's not like the PS4 Pro. It's not native 4K again, but what you're seeing comes really close to that of 4K, and in some cases it actually looks better than 4K. Like I was saying, a lot of games on the original Switch had trouble running these big, high-demanding games because of their graphics, because the processor had to focus so much on the graphics being outputted at, and it has to remain at that consistent output. Obviously, you know, it even has trouble doing that with Breath of the Wild, where we see frame drops. That's where the frame drops come in. You know that, right? When the processor, you know, there's a lot of strain on the processor, and it can't keep it up. Its job is to keep whatever you're seeing consistent on the screen. We've seen some trouble with that, especially on bigger games on the Nintendo Switch, such as Doom Eternal, Mortal Kombat 11. You know, I'm not saying that there's like frame drops. I mean, there's cutbacks in terms of what we're seeing, you know, and there's like a fine line between like this game is unplayable because of the cutbacks, and this game is like playable, but like you're obviously missing out on something if you decided to pick it up on the Switch rather than the PlayStation 4 or 5. And that's the case with Doom Eternal. That's the case with Mortal Kombat 11. Definitely, I played it on both systems. What the OLED display does is it takes some of the strain off of the processing unit. Whatever is basically outputting what you're seeing on the screen. And because of that OLED display, it takes a lot of the strain off of the processing unit, and it allows the console itself to focus on other aspects. It just opens a lot of doorways, since, you know, that's one major problem down. That's one major cutback that we no longer have to worry about. It just opens up some other doorways. Maybe we can start putting bigger titles on the Switch, maybe more demanding titles that we couldn't put on the Switch before. Maybe now that's possible to run on the Switch. Maybe Call of Duty is one of those, you know, titles. Obviously, I think that the game is still going to be very, very, very large. You know, I mean, the game, Modern Warfare, over 200 gigabytes. Warzone itself is like 50 gigabytes. But I mean, even if they just put Warzone on it, because I've definitely seen 50 gigabyte games go on the Nintendo. I've never seen a 200 gigabyte game go on the Switch, but I've definitely seen some 50 gigabyte games appear on the Nintendo Switch. So, yeah, with the strain off of the processing unit, I mean, that just opens so many doorways, and I feel like there could be a possibility that we can start to see maybe new Call of Duty games. Maybe if they decide to remaster Call of Duty games, we'll see that come out on the Switch Pro, exclusively on the Switch Pro, as far as Nintendo consoles are. And maybe even Warzone, like I said, I have seen these games that are like 50 gigabytes, you know, Doom Eternal, Mortal Kombat. Again, those are about 50 gigabyte games, and maybe a little less. I think Mortal Kombat's 40 something, but definitely Doom Eternal, they are on, you know, the Switch. So, I mean, at least Warzone, I mean, especially with Season 4, like, just coming out, I mean, that was at, like, some sort of event that, I think it was yesterday. It was revealed at some sort of event. But I mean, definitely, at the very least, they could put Warzone in there, which is kind of Call of Duty 2021 on the Nintendo Switch Pro, because Warzone has been dabbled in with Modern Warfare and Cold War at this point, and it's confirmed to be a part of this new World War II Vanguard bullshit that just doesn't excite me at all. Like I'm saying, I'm not confirming anything. Like, who am I to confirm anything? This is obviously just me speculating. I think it's a possibility. I think if we see the Nintendo Switch Pro come out or announced before, you know, this Vanguard title comes out, or even after, you know, I definitely think that we will be able to see some sort of Call of Duty on the Nintendo Switch Pro. And that means we will finally be able to play a Call of Duty game on a Nintendo platform when it's been literally 8 years, you know, for the first time in 8 years. But anyways, guys, if you enjoyed the video, make sure you let me know. Go check out my other videos in the description. Like I said, there's going to be some in this series. I might put each individual one so you can see, like, maybe Call of Duty 2017, which was World War II, for the Switch, to see like how inaccurate I was, and then like Call of Duty 2019, Call of Duty 2020 for the Switch, and just to see how accurate I was with those. It might just be in a playlist down below. It's called For the Switch. So make sure you check that out. Also, make sure to check out the Twitch channel. If you aren't followed and you're like followed on my YouTube page and you're not followed on Twitch, you are missing out. That's all I'm saying. Anyways, guys, I love you all, and obviously I'm not, again, confirming anything. I have people in my comments, oh, I don't see it in the eShop. You look like this dude right here. Please don't be that person. All right. I love you all, and I'll catch you guys next time.